Milwaukee, Wisconsin on a Tuesday night at Miller Park. Tonight we begin a new homestand with the first of three between the Cincinnati Reds and the Milwaukee Brewers. Should see some great battles out of these two next on the show. Zach Davies, a Washington-born right-hander, gets the starting assignment. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, you see the ERA there. Not anything that's going to jump out, but he has been dependable. He gives his ball club a chance.
Jose Peraza heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball. First of three here on this Tuesday night as the game's first offering is taken for strike one. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there. Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. VR on the grass. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. A moment here to take a look at the Cincinnati Reds starting lineup in this one. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
Well, definitely be aggressive at the plate. You've got to come through with clutch two-out hits, and don't leave runners in scoring position. That's the key.
Zach Cozart will stand in, and as you take a look at the splits there, he's actually a better hitter against right-handed pitching this season. 92 splits the plate, and it's strike one. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Woody Keller.
Well, Matt, Woody calls a good game more often than not. Although he has been known to get a little flack from time to time about his consistency, especially on the corners of the strike zone. We'll see if that comes into play.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number two. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the Brewers defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, Ryan Braun has always been known as one of those power hitters. He's also got a power arm and can cover some ground in that outfield. Very reliable, plays a smart defensive outfield. Always an asset in any game.
Here comes the first pitch. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with two out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
And Votto's able to lay off that one as the count turns even to 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And that's not a bad spot. Just go ahead and stay out there. Don't come down the middle because we know he can hurt you.
Nip the corner. 2-2. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
That seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable.
And the third baseman is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. So a fairly painless top of the first. Now it's the Brew Crew's turn in a scoreless ball game. Garrett will be the one towing the rubber for the Reds. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, this year his strikeout to walk ratio has been outstanding, so look for a lot of strikeouts here in this one.
Number 23 comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Number 23.
Left field and deep. Duvall going back on it. Gone! So it's a solo home run to lead off the bottom of the first. Home run number 15 for him thus far. As the Brewers get on the board first, it's 1-0.
And this is one of those guys that we consider to be part of that new breed of leadoff hitter. You know, it used to be that your leadoff guy was a guy that might hit 3 or 4 home runs a year. But nowadays, managers are realizing, hey, my leadoff guy is going to get more at-bats than anyone else in my lineup over the course of the season. So why not put a better hitter up there rather than just a punch-and-Judy guy? And that certainly worked out for him right here.
A little bouncer. Foul ball, however, strike one. Bases are empty here, nobody out. That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2.
Well, now there's a location you want right there. If that ball gets hit, you're just going to bang it into the ground all night long.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Got him. And with that, time to take a glance at the starting 9 for these Brewers. Eric Karros, who you focused on.
Well, Matt, I think you got to keep an eye on the Hebrew hammer, Ryan Braun. He comes into this one as Mr. Clutch in this lineup, carrying a batting average with runners in scoring position over 350. That's pretty reliable, so he could definitely be an impact player in this game.
Hamilton is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. With a moment now, let's take a look at the defense for the Cincinnati Reds. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Sure, guys. It's great to have a center fielder with the speed of Billy Hamilton. I don't think there's anybody in the game that can cover as much ground as he does out there. Doesn't have the strongest arm, but it's strong enough to get the job done. And nobody can play the entire outfield at once, but if anybody could, it's got to be Billy.
Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. But the Brewers are on the board first thanks to this solo home run. Adam Duvall will get his first opportunity here, and that average is certainly not where he wants it, down in the 220s to begin the ballgame.
Come on, you look at the numbers on this guy, and you have to wonder, why does he continue to be in the lineup? He's got 1 hit in his last 10 games. Come on.
Oh, that one got the pitcher. Throw gets him, so they are able to get an out on an unusual play, and hopefully the pitcher's okay. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg, and that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. Striding into the box, Scott Schebler. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Into the windup and the pitch. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Now some movement out in the Milwaukee bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander have begun to stretch it out. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Shatters the bat as this is hit on the ground. Shaw charging this one on to first, and there are 2 down.
Oh, yeah, that one's going to sting a little bit. This pitch is coming hard in on him, and you can see he's way late getting that barrel through. So as it turns out, he's going to get more distance on the barrel of that bat than he does on the baseball.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Real good lateral movement on that 2-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Reds are down in order. They trail this one 1-0. Domingo Santana will get his first opportunity here, and as you can see, he's got that average up over the 290 mark to begin playing.
Well, he's been hitting really well over his last 10 games or so, and he's someone to watch out for in this one.
Time to pick this one up now in the top of inning number 5.
The batter, number 6.
So striding in, Billy Hamilton, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Just 1 hit apiece for both of these clubs. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit. I think he took a little exception to that location.
Yeah, and so would I if I was down there. If you want to work inside, that's fine. But once you get up over the letters and closer to my head, now we're talking about a different story.
Swing and a little blooper to center. Number 23 comes on now and makes the catch in shallow center for round number 2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Tucker Barnhart, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
He has really struggled against right-handed pitching so far this year. His average against righties is pretty ugly so far.
Swing and a liner. Foul. No runs, just 1 hit, 1 error on the ledger for Cincinnati so far. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
And he doesn't want to give in here, even on a 1-2 count. Not with the base open and the pitcher on deck.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. Domingo Santana comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with 1 swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
And this is taken outside for ball 1. There's his total now, just into his 5th inning of work. Nothing too out of the ordinary there.
No, the pitch count's the least of his worries. If his guys don't get him any runs, I don't think it'll matter all that much.
Oh, and he botches it. So that'll go down as an E4, as he certainly had his problems that time at second base.
Manny Pena.
Into the box, Manny Pena. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's set. Here it comes. Runners off for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
And we'll give you an isolation look at this one from our camera down in the third base well. You'll see he's not looking back. This is a straight steal, and he's into second with no one out.
And he falls behind 0-2. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Well, he's had a lot of guys swinging at pitches out of the strike zone early on, so it's a great idea to go ahead and bounce one there on 0-2.
Chopped weakly to the left. A bare-handed pickup. He's out.
No way. That was awesome. Oh, man, what a terrific play right there.
Now
that ball was rolling, and it stayed low, so he had to bend all the way over to make a bare-handed grab, then a quick release, a nice throw to first in time to get the runner. You can expect to see that on highlight reels for a couple days at least now.
Standing in now, number 3. As he'll swing and hit this one hard but foul off to the left and out of play. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Hit hard back up the middle. And that is through into center field. A base hit. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Well, you better have to pay attention to this guy right now. He is heating it up. 7 straight games now with that hit.
Runners going. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. Short hop, but they got him. Great pick and tag to catch him trying to steal.
Well, with 1 away in the inning, they're thinking they'd like to get a second runner into scoring position. And that was wishful thinking because a good throw takes care of him trying to steal second.
Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
Wow, no chance of getting on top of that fastball. I mean, that's helmet level right there.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
Tried to hold up there, appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
When a pitcher's close to getting through a quick inning, this is where you really need to grind out your at-bats, especially as a bottom-of-the-order guy. So this is a good job so far.
Looking to avoid his first walk. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Milwaukee leaves one, but they're up 1-0. Garrett will come in now to start things out here in their half of the 6th as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just one hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fella on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
We'll join this one here in the bottom of the 6th, already in progress. Eric Timms will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
From the stretch. He pulls this one into right, and that's in there, base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away. And the screen shows the story right there, as that hitting streak will live to see another day.
Boy, I'll tell you what, this is really amazing, and everybody's looking at this now. It gets harder and harder to do when people are paying attention.
Now we'll snap one off over to the bag, and he'll get back in safely. Here's Ryan Braun now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1.
And for Milwaukee, this is a spot where you really need that one key hit.
Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. Well, that's a big home run in his career, number 300. He's been a solid power threat for a long time now, and as we've seen over the years, he's been steadily climbing that all-time list.
And I can tell you, it's a thrill every time you hit a home run, but obviously there are ones that are more special than others. Well, no question, number 300 is one of those special numbers. Some really good hitters never got there, so I can really appreciate what he's done in his career thus far.
Yeah, well, you got a lot closer to 300 than any other living Los Angeles Dodgers. This is such a cool moment for this guy. And when you check the record books, what is there, like 150 guys that have ever reached 300 homers? So he's right up there with some of the heavyweights in this game.
Here comes Brian Price now out of the Reds dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. Gone after 5 1/3 here as he never really found his groove in this one. Drew Storen is on his way into the ballgame now as he'll be making his 50th appearance of the year.
Drew Storen.
Looks like the Reds are going to have some stirring in the bullpen as the lefties begun to heat up down there. Stepping in now, Travis Shaw. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike one. 3 runs already home here. Chopped foul right at home plate. Very weakly on the ground. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. Storen's ready. Here's the 0-2. Lifted the other way to left center. Duvall will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning. Domingo Santana stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. First delivery to him on the way. Line towards center field. Hamilton is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So they pick up 3 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors and no one left on base. Adam Duvall is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge.
Scott Schebler will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. And another foul ball. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
You want to talk about throwing a fastball in a guy's kitchen? He came in, sat down, had a cup of coffee with him. You aren't going to tie a guy up any better than that.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Eugenio Suarez stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0.
That changeup away is his ground ball pitch. That's a good job to hold off.
Back to first, and a great stretch there may be the difference. It's a double play, and the inning is over. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday night baseball after this. Manny Pena steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th. We'll look ahead now and pick this one back up in the top of inning number 8. Leading off the inning, Billy Hamilton. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Well, that man right there is into his 8th inning of work now. Any concerns going forward?
Well, I think the only thing you have to worry about is that pitch count you see right there. Other than that, he's earned the right to stay out there. Usually the other team will tell you when you're starting to get tired.
Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. And, oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
This is dangerous because out of anybody in this lineup, this guy's probably the most likely to want to run, so look out.
Here comes the Milwaukee skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is forthcoming as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. 7 solid innings for him in this one as he gave his club a very strong outing indeed. Number 71 will come in and pitch now.
Number 71.
Into the box, Tucker Barnhart. Out in front of it, strike one. Here's the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Santana is over, one away. Devin Mesoraco will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and one gone in the inning. And that's in there for strike one. No runs, 3 hits, and 2 errors thus far for Cincinnati. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. And he'll take the fastball here inside off the plate. It's 1-2.
And that's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. That couldn't have been an easy take.
Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball 2. Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
Now a snap throw to first, and the runner back easily. And another snap throw to the bag, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
And you know, as a hitter, with the runner at first and 1 out, now I think I'm going to see something down in the zone because I know they want me to hit into a double play. Instead, they go ahead and they challenge him up, and I don't think he was expecting that.
Grounded to the right, scooped up, throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Reds leave 1. They trail here 4-0. Peralta is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Number 53.
Number 71 will stand in now as he'll be getting his first plate appearance in this one here in the 8th. And we'll move forward now to the top of inning number 9. Adam Duvall gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. And there's a swing and a miss, so the Reds are down to their final strike.
You know, the big key to throwing the slider is knowing when to throw it for a strike and then when to try to get a guy to chase out of the zone. Once he gets ahead out there.
And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
And that turns out to be a great start to this series for these guys as they take game 1 here in front of the home crowd.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he really pitched well. He ran into a few problems here and there along the way, but aside from that, he was definitely a difference maker out there.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasquez.